How's your plant care routine working for you? I've talked a lot about not watering on a set schedule because not every plant needs water at the same time. The big pots won't need it as often as the small ones, and the succulents and cacti don't need it as often as the tropicals. Some plants go dormant and don't need much at all. Then you have to add in feeding and cleaning and maintenance and it can get very hard to keep track of. So how can you build a houseplant care routine that works for you instead of it feeling like a second job? There are some things that you can schedule on the same day. If you're feeding once a month, that's also a good time to wipe the dust off your large leaves and prune off any spent leaves. If you stack those tasks, that's just one item in your calendar instead of 3. You can even call it monthly plant maintenance, and it'll just seem a lot less overwhelming. Just remember to keep it on your schedule even when you're not feeding them in winter, because dust builds up faster when we're not running fans and air conditioners. But watering is more tricky. It'll always be whenever the plant needs it. So how can you make that work for you? Well, you look at your plants every day, right? I hope you do. Why else would you have them? A good habit to get into is observational care. Not just admiring your little green beauties, but checking them for watering needs, pests, edema, fungus, and anything else that might become a problem. Now, you don't need to do this every day, but you can do it at least a few times a week. What could be better than spending quality time with your plants? Are you a morning person? I am most decidedly not, and I never have been. I was the kid always getting caught reading with a flashlight when I should have been asleep. So when I do my observational care, it's usually in the late afternoon, early evening. That's fine. It just means I have to keep track of what will need watering the following morning, since you shouldn't water too late in the day. But if you are a morning person, just grab your watering can and be ready to water the dry guys. I've mentioned before that I usually check for water needs by leaf turgidity or weight rather than sticking my finger or a stake in the soil. So when you're doing your observational care routine, make sure to touch the leaves. Are they drooping? Do they feel wilty? Does the pot feel light? Then they'll need some water. Now, I know what you're thinking. How can I schedule a monthly feeding if I can't water on a schedule? Because for the most part, fertilizer is mixed into water, so plants get fed and watered at the same time. So when feeding time is coming up, some of your plants might have to wait a day or two until you're ready to feed all your plants. And of course, if a plant really needs it, just go ahead and water. But then, you might have to give it a few days to dry out before you feed it. It's a balancing act, but once you get to know your plants and how long they can go without water, it gets a lot easier. It's also a good idea to regularly look at the light your plants are getting and give them more or less. And also remember that the light is going to change throughout the year. A plant that's getting plenty of sun all summer might need more in winter, or because the sun is lower in the sky in winter, it might be getting blasted with sun and then it's not getting enough in summer. Seasonal checks are important, especially up here in the north, where drastic environmental changes in not only light, but also temperature and humidity come into play. Getting to know your plants is the heart and soul of observational care. Go ahead and admire them, but study them while you're at it. Even the most low-maintenance houseplants need some maintenance. So, how's your plant routine working for you? Did I give you any game-changing ideas? Let me know in the comments, and thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comments, and please like and subscribe to my channel and hit that bell to be notified when I release a new video. You can also find me on Instagram at planty.gen, where I share photos and tips as well. If you'd like to learn more about me, please visit my website at plantygenstinylandscapes.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Time for that theme song.
If your plants look sad and you've lost all hope, tried everything, you're at the end of your rope, should you throw them out into the street? Nope, just ask Planty Jen. If you wanna be a planty acolyte, learn the tips and tricks to keep them growing right. Water, fertilizer, and the right amount of light, just ask Planty Jen.